On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Pale.
Having skin that is very light colored, lacking in vitality or interest or effectiveness.
Examples:
A pale complexion. Pale pink. She turned pale when she heard the news.
Tattoo.
A form of body modification made by inserting ink, dyes, or pigments, either permanent or temporary, into the skin to form a design.
Examples:
A tattoo artist. A person who has a tattoo. Any activity on the internet will be stored as a digital tattoo for life.
Scapegoat.
To unfairly blame or punish someone for the misdeeds or mistakes of others, often to deflect attention or avoid accountability. Noun, a person or group that is unfairly blamed for the problems or misfortunes of others, typically to divert attention or responsibility from the actual cause.
Examples:
Scapegoat the new employee. Political scapegoat. Some politicians try to scapegoat specific groups of people to distract from their shortcomings.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Pledge.
To make a formal promise to give or do something.
Examples:
Pledge my fidelity. Pledge military assistance. At this ceremony, we will pledge allegiance to the country's flag.
Surround.
To be all around something or somebody.
Examples:
Surround a town. A stone wall surrounds the palace. On 3 sides, mountains surround the settlement.
Tire.
To become weary or fatigued, often due to physical or mental exertion. To cause someone to feel weary or fatigued. Noun, a rubber covering that is placed around the rim of a wheel, which provides traction and absorbs shock while driving.
Examples:
Tire my patience. Tire pressure. I need to tire out my dog with a long walk so that he will sleep through the night.
Strip.
To remove the surface from something. Noun, a sizable narrow piece of something such as paper, metal, cloth, etc., or area of land, sea, etc.
Examples:
Strip a tire off. Coast strip. The doctor advised him to strip down for a check.
Joint.
Shared, held, or made between 2 or more people. Noun, the point of connection between 2 bones or elements of a skeleton.
Examples:
A joint venture. The bone of a joint. After the summit meeting, the prime ministers issued a joint statement.
Immigrant.
A person who has come to a country where they were not born to live there permanently.
Examples:
Immigrant communities. An immigrant from the country. Police received a report of illegal immigrants in the area.
Shotgun.
A firearm that is designed to be fired from the shoulder and that typically fires several small metal balls or pellets called shot.
Examples:
A shotgun marriage. A 12-gauge shotgun. The robbers used a shotgun to threaten the store clerk.
Drill.
A tool or machine used for making round holes or driving fasteners, a training or practice.
Examples:
The drill hit the well. Fire drill. Several military drill programs have become popular methods of exercise.
Excuse.
A reason or explanation, either true or invented, given to justify a fault or defend your behavior. Verb, to make someone free from blame or clear from guilt.
Examples:
Excuse for inaction. Perfect excuse. He quickly fabricated an excuse for not attending the meeting.
Accent.
A distinctive way of pronouncing the words of a language that shows which area, country, or social group a person comes from, particular importance or significance.
Examples:
A foreign accent. Put the accent on comfort. She has a thick southern accent.
Betray.
To reveal or deliver to an enemy by treachery or disloyalty. To reveal something unintentionally.
Examples:
Betray a friend. Betray confidence. He felt betrayed when his best friend revealed their secret to the enemy.
Vigilant.
Keeping careful watch for possible danger or difficulties.
Examples:
Vigilant watch. Vigilant about hand washing. The guards had to remain vigilant to ensure the safety of the high security facility.
Revenge.
The act of seeking or taking retribution for harm or injury, or the desire to do so.
Examples:
Revenge attack. Seek revenge. After his family is killed, the main character sets out on a quest for revenge against the people responsible.
Sting.
To cause a sharp, painful sensation or injury with a poison, venom, or other substance, or by a physical action, such as a bite or prick.
Examples:
Sting me on the arm. Sting his face. Bees sting as a defense mechanism when they feel threatened.
Scald.
To burn or painfully affect with hot liquid or steam.
Examples:
Scald the milk. Scald my tongue. Be careful not to scald yourself with the hot water.
Pellet.
A small, round piece of compressed material, such as wood or plastic.
Examples:
The form of a small pellet. Pellet stove. The pellet gun was used to shoot small metal balls.
Puncture.
A small hole or wound made by piercing, such as with a needle, nail, or pointed object.
Examples:
Bicycle puncture. Needle puncture. The tire had a puncture and needed to be replaced.
Forehead.
The part of the face above the eyebrows and below the hairline, the upper part of the face that extends from the eyes to the hairline.
Examples:
Forehead wrinkles. Kiss on the forehead. The athlete had sweat dripping down her forehead after the intense workout.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Gamble.
To take risky action in the hope of being successful, to play or game for money or other stakes.
Examples:
Gamble $100 on the race. Gamble away my fortune. Will you gamble on the result of the fight?
Recite.
To say a poem, piece of literature, etc. aloud from memory.
Examples:
Recite a charm. Recite a long list of the article. He could recite all of Shakespeare's works.
Verse.
A type of poetry that is characterized by a metrical structure and often a rhyme scheme.
Examples:
Cited verse. Verse play. The poet recited a verse from her latest collection.
Beg.
To ask for something urgently or earnestly, to appeal to someone to do something.
Examples:
Beg the question. Beg for help. She begged her parents to let her go to the concert.
Fiancé.
A person who is engaged to be married.
Examples:
Fiancé visa. Meeting with the fiancé's family. My fiancé and I are looking for a new apartment after our wedding.
Landlord.
A person or organization that rents a room, a house, an office, etc.
Examples:
Suit against the landlord. The landlord of an inn. He complained about the price a tenant pays to the landlord.
Homeless.
Without a home, and therefore typically living on the streets.
Examples:
Homeless shelter. A homeless cat. He became homeless after losing his job.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples.
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Debt.
Something, especially money, goods, or services owed by one person to another, the state of owing something.
Examples.
Debt ceiling. Corporate debt. He became in debt after losing his job.
Fee.
A sum of money charged for a particular service.
Examples.
Fee calculation. Service fee. The lawyer's fee for the case was $10,000.
Dial.
To adjust or set the controls of a machine or device by turning a controller called dial. Noun, a disc on a telephone that is rotated a fixed distance for each number called.
Examples.
Dial up the volume. Dial down the tension. He dialed the phone number and waited for an answer.
Ambulance.
A vehicle specifically designed and equipped to transport sick or injured people to and from hospitals and other medical facilities.
Examples.
Dispatch an ambulance. Ambulance service. The ambulance crew quickly stabilized the patient before transporting them to the hospital.
Repay.
To give back or make restitution for money, debt, or other obligation that is owed, to compensate or reward someone for something done or given.
Examples.
Repay a kindness. Repay a debt. I must repay my loan on time to avoid late fees and penalties.
Deserve.
To be worthy of or entitled to something, especially something good or valuable.
Examples.
Deserve respect. Deserve this prize. The employee deserved the promotion for their hard work and dedication.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, to complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples.
Graduate degree program. Honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Settle.
To reach an agreement of disagreement.
Examples.
Settle a dispute. Settle down in the town. I don't want to settle for second best.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples.
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Rebellion.
An act of violent or open resistance to an established government or ruler.
Examples:
Rebellion leader. Excite rebellion. The anti-government rebellion was put down quickly by the government's military forces.
Damn.
To express disapproval of or disappointment in something or someone. To condemn or to curse, a swear word, an expression of anger.
Examples:
Damn the consequences. Damn with faint praise. The company's poor financial performance is likely to damn the CEO's chances of being re-elected to the board.
Stint.
A period of time spent doing a particular job or activity, a set amount of work or activity.
Examples:
Stint of work. Prison stint. He took a short stint as a teacher before returning to law practice.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
Stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Magical.
Produced by or containing supernatural powers.
Examples:
Magical place. Magical powers. When I was a child, my mother often cast magical spells to ease my pain whenever I was injured.
Awaken.
To stop sleeping or to cause someone to stop sleeping.
Examples:
Awaken at daybreak. Awaken a child. The friend's death awakens them.
Thrive.
To grow vigorously, to make steady progress.
Examples:
Thrive in a society. Thrive on pressure. Without investment, a business cannot thrive.
Observe.
To watch or notice something carefully, often to gather information or insights. To take note of something or someone. To celebrate or commemorate a special event or occasion.
Examples:
Observe a tradition. Observe wildlife. It is important to observe safety procedures in the workplace to prevent accidents.
Fracture.
The breaking or cracking of a rigid material or object such as bone.
Examples:
Fracture test. Risk of bone fractures. X-ray inspection revealed many fractures.
Distinct.
Noticeable from something else of a similar type.
Examples:
Distinct difference. Distinct from each other. It is essential to keep these two issues distinct.
Republic.
A state or country in which the people and their elected representatives hold supreme power and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch.
Examples:
Republic democracy. The Republic of Art. The United States is a federal presidential constitutional republic.
Stumble.
To miss a step and fall or nearly fall, to walk unsteadily.
Examples:
Stumble financially. Stumble through life. She stumbled over the tree root.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. Extremely large.
Examples:
Incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Tale.
A story made up in someone's imagination, especially one full of action and adventure.
Examples:
A fairy tale. Tale of horror. Ghosts in folk tales are almost always malicious.
Brutal.
Harsh or cruel.
Examples:
Brutal bully. Brutal honesty. The brutal attack left the victim with serious injuries.
Collide.
To hit something violently when moving.
Examples:
Collide head-on. Collide in midair. The interests of the two countries collide.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Discharge.
To release or let go of something or someone, to dismiss or terminate an employee or member of an organization, to emit or give off a substance or energy.
Examples:
Discharge water. Discharge a contract. The hospital will discharge the patient as soon as their condition stabilizes.
Metal.
A solid material that is typically hard, shiny, malleable, fusible, and ductile, with good electrical and thermal conductivity, and often used as a structural material, a conductor of heat or electricity, or for decorative purposes.
Examples:
Metal fabrication. Precious metal. The construction worker used a metal saw to cut through the stubborn sheet metal.
Insure.
To provide coverage in the event of loss or damage.
Examples:
Insure my house against fire. Ensure domestic tranquility. I will insure my car before I go on a road trip.
Bounce.
To cause to move up or away after hitting a surface, to spring back.
Examples:
Bounce across the floor. Bounce back from failure. They will bounce between various emotional states.
Telecom.
A shortened form of telecommunications, the communication of information over long distances through various means such as phones, television, radio, and the Internet.
Examples:
Telecom industry. Telecom service providers. The telecom company is planning to launch a new smartphone next month.
Olive.
A small green or black fruit with a bitter taste that is eaten or used to produce oil, or a tree on which this fruit grows.
Examples:
Olive branch. Olive oil. They enjoyed reading under the olive trees.
Devout.
Deeply committed to a specific religious faith or practice, often showing great reverence or piety.
Examples:
Devout Buddhist. Act in a devout manner. The devout monk spent hours each day in prayer and contemplation.
Refuse.
To show that one is not willing to do or accept something.
Examples:
Refuse a request. Refuse the company. My initial reaction was to refuse.
Alcohol.
A clear liquid that can make people drunk and is used in medicines, cleaning products, etc.
Examples:
Stop drinking alcohol. Diluted alcohol. There is a clear association between alcohol consumption and cognitive decline.
Slash.
To cut with a sharp object using a quick and robust movement.
Examples:
Slash a person with a knife. Price slash. The government had to slash national defense spending due to the recession.
Bud.
A small swelling on a plant stem or twig containing an undeveloped shoot.
Examples:
Pinch off a bud. Bud grafting. The flower was starting to show its bud and would soon bloom into a beautiful blossom.
Pragmatist.
A person who practically approaches situations and problems, someone who prioritizes usefulness and functionality over abstract principles or ideals.
Examples:
Pragmatist perspective. A true pragmatist. As a pragmatist, she always focuses on finding practical solutions to problems.
Starve.
To suffer or die from lack of food, to cause someone or something to suffer or die from lack of food, to deprive something of necessary nourishment or sustenance.
Examples:
Starve for a victory. Starve to death. If you don't eat soon, you're going to starve.
Gross.
Being the total amount of something before any deductions, obese and ugly or unpleasant.
Examples:
the gross amount, gross injustice. The drastic reorganization has significantly increased this company's gross profits.
Database:
a large amount of data stored in a computer system in such a way that it can be searched and updated easily.
Examples:
database administrator, employee database. Each country's officials can access the central database.
Administer:
to oversee and control the operation or arrangement of something.
Examples:
administer justice, administer the funds. After the accident, 3 governmental bodies administer the company.
Gig:
a performance by a musician or group of musicians, especially playing modern or pop music or jazz, a work that someone undertakes on a temporary basis.
Examples:
gig economy, have a gig at the stadium. We are planning a speaking gig by a well-known author at a community center in a neighboring town.
Chip:
a small fragment of something broken off from the whole, a long and thin piece of potato fried in oil or fat.
Examples:
a chip of wood. I don't care a chip. We can use this campaign as a bargaining chip in the negotiations.
Technological:
based on scientific and industrial progress.
Examples:
technological advancement, technological policy. Technological advances have disrupted many industries.
Classic:
judged or deserving to be regarded as one of the best or most important of its kind over a period of time, of a well-known type.
Examples:
a classic experiment, Chinese classic literature. He displayed the classic symptoms of depression.
Fortunate:
having good luck or lucky.
Examples:
fortunate situation, less fortunate person. He was pretty fortunate to pass the exam.
Assume:
to think or accept something to be true without having proof of it, to take or begin to have power, to begin to exhibit a specific quality or appearance.
Examples:
assume a lousy attitude to his boss. Assume an important role. The following example assumes that the capacity of each battery is the same.
Fortune:
a large amount of money or property, chance or luck as an unknown and arbitrary force affecting human affairs.
Examples:
ill fortune, bit of good fortune. Capitalism guarantees the right of ownership of personal fortune.
Nonetheless:
in spite of what has just been said or done, nevertheless.
Examples:
We are nonetheless confident. Love him nonetheless. They each choose nonetheless to battle.
Trap.
A piece of equipment or hole for catching animals or people. Verb, to catch animals or people and prevent them from escaping.
Examples.
Set a trap. Trap an animal. The enemy fell right into the trap.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples.
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Horror.
Intense fear or disgust, especially at something shocking or terrifying.
Examples.
Horror movie. Horror-struck look. The stories of war crimes filled her with horror.
Dysfunction.
A problem or fault in a system, organism, or part of the body or machine.
Examples.
Dysfunction of kidneys. Brain dysfunction. The dysfunction in the relationship was causing problems for both partners.
Chaos.
A state of complete confusion or disorder, often characterized by a lack of predictability or control.
Examples.
Chaos theory. Midst of chaos. The conference room was in chaos as everyone tried to speak at once.
Addiction.
The inability to stop using or doing something as a habit, especially something harmful.
Examples.
Alcohol addiction. Addiction to foreign oil. He is now fighting his addiction to drugs.
Attend.
To be present at an event, to go to a place.
Examples.
Attend a meeting. Attend service. We must attend to this matter.
Covet.
To strongly desire or crave something, particularly something that belongs to someone else. To have an excessive or envious desire for.
Examples.
Covet wealth. Covet fame. She couldn't help but covet her friend's designer handbag.
Stingy.
Unwilling to spend or give freely, characterized by an excessive unwillingness to share or be generous.
Examples.
Stingy benefits package for employees. Stingy with money. He's always been stingy with his time and rarely tries to spend it with his family.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples.
Driving distance. Social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Spark.
To start something or make it grow, especially suddenly, to emit a tiny piece of fire or electricity.
Examples:
Spark his interest. Spark a chain reaction. The bankruptcy of the giant conglomerate sparked turmoil in the stock market.
Wrestling.
A sport in which two contestants grapple and try to throw each other to the ground.
Examples:
Wrestling match. Arm wrestling. He had always been interested in sumo wrestling and decided to try it.
Demon.
An evil spirit, supernatural being or entity often depicted as malevolent or harmful.
Examples:
Demon hunter. Cast demon eyes. The actor's portrayal of the demon in the horror movie was terrifying.
Gateway.
An entrance, door, or other openings that lead to a larger space, particularly one that serves as an entry point or access point to a larger area or system, a route, means, or method used to gain access to or acquire something.
Examples:
Gateway drug. Airport gateway. The gateway to the city was a beautiful archway made of stone.
Doom.
Death, destruction, or some other terrible situation that cannot be avoided.
Examples:
Economic doom. Prophet of doom. Everyone was aware of the impending doom, but was unable to prevent it.
Regretful.
Feeling or expressing sadness, disappointment, or remorse about a past action, decision, or situation, characterized by a sense of regret or sorrow.
Examples:
Regretful words. Regretful apology. I am regretful of the way I spoke to my friend yesterday.
Abort.
To terminate or cancel something before it is complete or fully developed. To cause the end of a pregnancy before the fetus is viable or can survive outside the womb.
Examples:
Abort a mission. Abort a takeoff. The company had to abort the plan because of financial constraints.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
Suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Fellow.
Someone who has the same job or interests as you, or is in the same class, profession, or situation as you.
Examples:
Junior fellow. Nice fellow. He is the kind of fellow who only works for his success.
Grandparent.
A parent of one's father or mother.
Examples:
Great-grandparent. Person of grandparent age. She was close to her paternal grandparents and often spent summers with them.
Arrest.
To take into custody.
Examples:
Arrest the thief. Arrest the progress. A police officer has the authority to arrest a criminal.
Shave.
To remove body hair with a razor, to cut the price of something.
Examples:
Shave my head. Shave cheese. That supermarket tried to shave certain costs by saving electricity.
Juvenile.
Relating to or characteristic of youth or young people, immature.
Examples:
Exhibit juvenile behavior. Juvenile justice. The detective suspected that the vandalism was the work of juvenile delinquents.
Casual.
Relaxed and informal in manner or dress, not planned or expected, not involving commitment or seriousness.
Examples:
Casual dress. Take a casual glance. They had a casual conversation over coffee at the local cafe.
Supremacy.
The state, condition, or position of being superior to all others in authority, power, or status.
Examples:
A race for supremacy. Supremacy of a country. The empire's military power ensured its supremacy over the neighboring states.
Addle.
To confuse or muddle someone's mind, to make something unclear or incoherent.
Examples:
Addle my mind. Addle my taste buds. The unfamiliarity of the foreign language addled his comprehension, but he was eager to learn.
Absent.
Not present in a particular place at a particular time.
Examples:
Absent-minded. Absent without leave. He was absent from the meeting and missed all the important updates.
Row.
An arrangement of objects or people side by side in a line, verb, to propel a boat through the water using oars.
Examples:
Criminal on death row. A row of cherry trees. He was the leader of the demonstrators and spoke out against the war in the front row.
Jihad.
A concept in Islam referring to a struggle or effort, often internal, to uphold or defend the faith, which can be interpreted in different ways, including as a spiritual or political struggle.
Examples:
Jihad of knowledge. Nonviolent jihad. Many scholars argue that the true meaning of jihad is to strive for personal betterment and to defend justice and peace.
Clerk.
A person who works in an office and is responsible for keeping records, writing letters, etc. A person who works in a store and is responsible for serving customers.
Examples:
Clerk job. Clerk position. The clerk at the store helped me find what I needed.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution, equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples:
institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Quitter.
A person who gives up easily or does not have the determination to finish what they have started.
Examples:
easy quitter. Serial quitter. He was labeled as a quitter after he abandoned the project halfway.
Virtue.
High moral standards in behavior or attitudes.
Examples:
virtue of frugality. Acquire a virtue. She had many good virtues and few faults.
Journalist.
A person who collects and writes news stories or articles for newspapers, magazines, radio, television, or other online media.
Examples:
a China-based journalist. Journalist on a magazine. Foreign TV crews and journalists can go as they please in various locations during the Olympics.
Pal.
A close friend.
Examples:
baseball pal. Longtime pal. She is a pen pal of mine.
Pray.
To make a request or petition to a higher power, especially in the form of a respectful or humble request.
Examples:
pray devoutly. Pray for rain. She closed her eyes and prayed for strength to overcome difficult times.
Introspect.
To look inward and examine one's thoughts, feelings, or motives, to engage in self-reflection.
Examples:
introspect behavior. Introspect my thoughts. The therapist guided her patient to introspect and identify his deepest fears.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Holocaust.
The systematic killing of millions of Jews and other minority groups by the Nazis during World War II, or any similar act of mass destruction.
Examples:
Nuclear holocaust. The Holocaust Museum. Many Holocaust survivors still suffer from the trauma they experienced during that time.
Survivor.
A person who remains alive after an event in which others have died.
Examples:
Ovarian cancer survivor. A single survivor. The shipwreck survivor was rescued after floating in the ocean for 3 days.
Regret.
To feel sad, repentant, or disappointed over something you have done or something you have not been able to do.
Examples:
Regret a decision. Regret being so careless. I regret to say that you did not gain admission to the university.
Swastika.
An ancient symbol consisting of a cross with arms bent at right angles, often used by cultures around the world as a symbol of good fortune or well-being, but more recently and unfortunately associated with the Nazi Party and its atrocities during World War II.
Examples:
Swastika symbol. Swastika tattoo. The use of the swastika sign during World War II has forever tarnished its once positive connotations in many cultures.
Pilgrim.
A person who journeys, especially a long distance, to a sacred place as an act of religious devotion.
Examples:
Shrine for pilgrims. Pilgrim site. The group of pilgrims walked in silence, deep in thought and prayer.
Mecca.
A city and administrative center of the Mecca province of Saudi Arabia and the holiest city in Islam.
Examples:
Tourist Mecca. Mecca for surfers. The building has become a Mecca for fans of the movie.
Immense.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Immense amount. Immense pressure. He left his wife an immense fortune.
Gratitude.
The quality of being thankful, readiness to show appreciation for and to return kindness.
Examples:
A debt of gratitude. Feelings of gratitude. She expressed her gratitude towards the kind stranger who helped her.
Recall.
To remember something.
Examples:
Recall the incident. Recall his name. She vividly recalls getting laid off several years ago.
Relay.
To receive and pass something, such as information or a message, from one person or group to another, to broadcast something on television, radio, etc.
Examples:
relay a scene, relay a request. Please relay the news to the world.
Brick.
A rectangular block of baked clay used as a building material.
Examples:
brick wall, dressed brick. The wall was made of hard bricks that had been used for centuries.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
decide a question, decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Intervention.
The action or process of being done to improve or help a circumstance, often they have not been asked to do so.
Examples:
intervention by foreign powers, surgical intervention. This intervention does not require the patient's consent.
Vengeance.
The act of punishing or harming someone in return for something harmful that they have done.
Examples:
vengeance justice, wreak vengeance. He sought vengeance for the wrongs done to him.
Intervene.
To intentionally get involved in a situation to improve it or prevent it from getting worse.
Examples:
intervene in a dispute, intervene between quarreling parties. Following international law, our country does not intervene in the internal affairs of our neighbors.
Forgiveness.
The act of stopping feeling angry or resentful towards someone for a mistake or offense with compassion.
Examples:
forgiveness of liabilities, beg for forgiveness. He gained debt forgiveness.
Publicly.
In a manner accessible to or observable by the public, by the government.
Examples:
publicly accessible record, publicly financed schools. She publicly denounced the government's mishandling of the economic crisis.
Doctrine.
A belief or set of ideas held and taught by a church, political party, or other groups.
Examples:
religious doctrine, doctrine of nonviolence. The church doctrine teaches that all are equal in the eyes of God.
Governor.
The person who holds the highest executive office in a state or province.
Examples:
governor general, a prefectural governor. The state governor visited the affected areas and promised to aid the victims.
Execute.
To kill someone, especially as a legal punishment, to carry out or perform an action, duty, etc.
Examples:
execute a bold strategy, execute a double play. The mafioso who collaborated with the police was executed.
Inspire.
To make somebody feel with a desire, confidence, or enthusiasm, especially to do something creative.
Examples:
Inspire a feeling of curiosity. Inspire him to write a novel. The unique style of this martial arts inspired many action film producers.
Faith.
Complete trust in something or someone's ability or knowledge, a strong belief in religion, divine power, etc.
Examples:
Religious faith. Faith in government. He kept his robust faith in his company.
Mint.
A place where coins, paper money, or metals are produced under government authority. Any north temperate plant of the genus Mentha with aromatic leaves and small mauve flowers.
Examples:
A mint of money. Mint flavor. The mint produces thousands of coins each day.
Lethal.
Causing or capable of causing death, extremely dangerous.
Examples:
Lethal injection. Lethal weapon. Malignant hypertension is the most lethal form of hypertension.
Inject.
To put a liquid such as a drug or other substance into a person's or an animal's body using a needle and syringe equals small tube.
Examples:
Inject under the skin. Inject a personal opinion into a debate. Let's try to inject a bit of enthusiasm into your performance.
Insight.
The ability to gain an accurate and deep understanding of people or situations, an accurate and deep understanding of what something is like.
Examples:
A profound insight. Share my insights. We gained various insights by analyzing the vast amount of data owned by the company.
Native.
Connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples:
Native to Africa. Native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Adopt.
To choose to follow something, to legally take a child from another family and care for them as if they were one's own.
Examples:
Adopt a child. Adopt a bill. The National Assembly has adopted the budget.
Strive.
To try very hard to do, achieve, or obtain something.
Examples:
Strive hard to get. Strive for excellence. They strive to make their dream come true.
Resigned.
Having accepted something unpleasant or difficult, particularly a job or situation, without complaint or resistance, accepting one's fate or circumstances.
Examples:
With a resigned voice. Resigned to their fate. She had a resigned look on her face when she realized that she had lost the race.
Buckle.
To bend out of shape, as under pressure or from heat. Noun, a device used for fastening two loose ends of a belt or strap.
Examples:
Buckle down to study. Buckle shoe. The severe heat wave buckled railway tracks.
Refuge.
The state of being safe or protected from danger, trouble, or difficulty, or a place providing shelter or protection from them.
Examples:
Refuge camp. A harbor of refuge. Some of the émigrés sought refuge in this country.
Tribal.
Relating to a social group or tribe, especially a preliterate society.
Examples:
Tribal culture. Tribal community. The tribal leaders gathered for a summit to discuss important issues.
Fellowship.
An association of people who share common interests or goals, typically involving research, study, or a specific profession.
Examples:
Research fellowship. Postdoctoral fellowship. The Fellowship of Scientists worked together to conduct research and make important discoveries.
Trauma.
An emotional wound or shock often has long-lasting effects caused by a highly upsetting or shocking experience.
Examples:
Psychic trauma. Trauma care. Many civilians have suffered trauma as a result of the war.
Belong.
To be the property of someone or something, to be a member or part of a group, to be in the proper or appropriate place.
Examples:
Belong to different species. Belong to a group. All the books in this section belong to the library's rare collection and must be handled carefully.
Privilege.
A special right or advantage that only one person or group of people has, usually because they are rich and powerful in a society.
Examples:
A breach of privilege. Privilege of membership. In the Middle Ages, the right to hunt in the wild was the privilege of royalty and nobility.
Urgent.
Requiring immediate attention or action, pressing.
Examples:
An urgent telegram. Urgent situation. It is urgent that we leave for the airport now to catch our flight.
Parable.
A short allegorical story designed to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson.
Examples:
Parable story. Biblical parable. Jesus quoted parables to teach important lessons to his disciples.
Decline.
To become gradually smaller, fewer, worse, etc., to refuse to accept.
Examples:
decline a job offer, decline in quality. As people age, their digestive capacity also gradually declines.
Prospect.
The possibility or likelihood of something happening or being successful. A person or thing that is likely to succeed or become popular. A potential customer or client. Verb, to explore for useful or valuable things or substances, such as minerals.
Examples:
prospect for gold, job prospects. The prospect of starting a new business can be both exciting and daunting.
Dim.
Poorly lit, not bright.
Examples:
dim and distant past, dim memory. The dim light made it difficult to read the book.
Simultaneously.
At the same time.
Examples:
simultaneously affected. Take several inputs simultaneously. Two students answered the teacher's question simultaneously.
Industrialize.
To organize the production of something into an industry.
Examples:
industrialized service, industrialized textile production. The nations of Southeast Asia will quickly industrialize and catch up with the West.
Launch.
To send or propel something into the air or space using a device such as a rocket, missile, or spacecraft. To make something available or on sale for the first time.
Examples:
launch a spaceship into orbit. Launch a big attack. The company is set to launch its new product line next month.
Expectancy.
The anticipation, belief, or likelihood of something happening or occurring in the future. The state of expecting or looking forward to something.
Examples:
life expectancy, customer expectancy. There is a high expectancy for the new product to exceed sales targets.
Polish.
A substance used to smooth or shine a surface, the act of smoothing or shining a surface.
Examples:
polish finishing, surface polish. I used a special polish to make my car's paint shine.
Sprightly.
Lively, energetic, and full of life, animated and spirited in manner or behavior, agile and nimble in movement.
Examples:
sprightly attitude, sprightly conversation. The elderly couple surprised everyone with their sprightly dance moves at their anniversary party.
Stroke.
A medical condition in which poor blood flow to the brain causes cell death, the act of swinging or striking at a ball with a club, racket, etc.
Examples:
suffer stroke, a stroke of the putter. This year's extreme heat has resulted in many heat stroke cases.
Sob.
To cry or weep with short, sudden sounds.
Examples:
Sob out a story. Sob quietly. She sobbed uncontrollably after hearing the news.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples:
Defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Injection.
The act of introducing a liquid, especially a drug, into the body using a needle and a syringe.
Examples:
Fuel injection. Injection needle. He received an injection of antibiotics to treat his infection.
Excerpt.
To take a short piece of speech, book, film, etc. from a longer whole. Noun, a short extract from a speech, book, film, etc.
Examples:
Excerpt a passage from a book. Excerpt comments from the news release. Here are excerpts from several recent books on quantum computing.
Compassionate.
Feeling or showing sympathy and concern for the suffering or bad luck of others.
Examples:
A compassionate heart. Compassionate leave. My father has a serious and compassionate personality.
Gracious.
Behaving in a kind, polite, and generous way.
Examples:
In a gracious manner. Gracious hospitality. The staff is always helpful and gracious.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Amazing.
Extremely surprising, especially in a way that you like or admire.
Examples:
Amazing advances. The most amazing feeling. The golfer recorded an amazing distance.
Execution.
The act or process of carrying out a plan, order, or course of action. The act or process of carrying out the death penalty.
Examples:
Compulsory execution. Execution by injection. The execution of the plan was flawless, resulting in a record-breaking profit for the company.
Amber.
A hard, translucent, yellow-orange or brownish-yellow fossil resin that is used in jewelry and ornamentation and often contains insects or other small organisms that were trapped inside when the resin was sticky, also used to describe the color that resembles this type of resin.
Examples:
Amber resin. Amber ale. The bracelet was made of beautiful amber stones.
Convict.
To prove or declare someone to be guilty of a crime. Noun, a person serving a sentence in a jail or prison.
Examples:
Convict him of manslaughter. Convict in a jail. He was convicted on fraud charges and sentenced to 5 years in prison.
Addict.
A person who cannot stop using or doing something as a habit, especially something harmful.
Examples:
A drug addict. Internet addict. We have become TV addicts due to video streaming services.
Parade.
A public procession, especially one celebrating a special day or event.
Examples:
A military parade. Parade route. The annual 4th of July parade is popular in the town square.
Neon.
A chemical element of atomic number 10 that is a gas with no smell or color, does not react with other chemicals, and shines with a bright light when electricity is passed through it.
Examples:
Luminous neon tube. Neon lights. The nightlife district was lit up with colorful neon signs and bright lights.
Shrine.
A place considered holy because of its association with a deity or a sacred person or relic, or because it is a place of pilgrimage or worship.
Examples:
Shrine temple. Religious shrine. The holy shrine to the local saint was a popular place for pilgrims to visit.
Miserly.
Characterized by being very reluctant to spend money, unwilling to give or share the wealth, often to an excessive or unreasonable degree.
Examples:
Miserly attitude. A miserly boss. The miserly landlord refused to spend money on maintenance, even as the building was falling apart.
Dazzle.
To cause someone to lose clear vision temporarily, especially from bright light, to amaze or bewilder somebody with your brilliant wit, intellect, beauty, skill, etc.
Examples:
Dazzle his eyes. Dazzle all who see it. The audience was dazzled by her realistic acting.
Luster.
A gentle sheen or glow, the quality of reflecting light well, attractiveness or brilliance, especially about appearance or reputation.
Examples:
Lost luster. Restore luster to wood. The antique vase's luster was still shining brilliantly despite its age.
Citizenship.
The status of being a member of a particular country.
Examples:
Dual citizenship. Citizenship rights. Her citizenship application was denied due to a technical error.
Influx.
The arrival or entry of a large number of people, objects, or ideas into a place or system.
Examples:
Influx of capital. Influx of tourists. The influx of immigrants into urban areas can create significant social, economic, and political challenges for local communities.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Striking.
Interesting and distinctive enough to draw notice, exceedingly appealing, frequently in an odd manner.
Examples:
Striking innovation. Striking evidence. The two plays have a number of striking parallels.
Shrink.
To become smaller, or to make something smaller in size or amount.
Examples:
Shrink the tumor. Shrink with fear. This shirt will shrink in the wash.
Tumble.
To fall suddenly, often uncontrollably, to topple or turn over, to decline sharply and quickly in value, quality, or performance.
Examples:
Tumble down the hill. Confidence tumbles as unemployment rates rose. The value of the currency tumbled against major international currencies.
Grim.
Looking or sounding very serious or gloomy.
Examples:
Grim reality. A grim-featured man. The result presented a grim picture of inefficiency and corruption.
Inequality.
The unfairness of a society in which some people have more opportunity, money, etc. than others. Mathematics, relation between two values when they are different.
Examples:
Inequality in salary. Algebraic inequality. There are several causes of economic inequality within societies.
Secession.
The act of withdrawing or breaking away from a larger organization or group, particularly a political body or a larger country or state, the process of becoming separate or independent.
Examples:
Secession movement. Peaceful secession. The Southern states' secession during the Civil War sparked a long and bloody conflict.
Affluent.
Rich and wealthy, having a lot of money and material wealth.
Examples:
Affluent society. Live in affluent circumstances. She lived in an affluent neighborhood surrounded by wealth and luxury.
Elite.
Belonging to the wealthiest, most potent, best educated, or best trained group in a society.
Examples:
Earn elite status. Elite athlete. Very few educational elites go to Oxford or Cambridge.
Enclave.
A distinct portion of territory or a community that is completely surrounded by another territory or community, a small, isolated group or area within a larger community or society.
Examples:
An enclave for foreign residents. Cultural enclave. The university campus is a small enclave of intellectual activity within the bustling city.
Educated.
Having received a high standard of education.
Examples:
Educated adult. Educated speech. Excellent speech is a characteristic of an educated man.
Matrix.
A rectangular array of numbers, symbols, or expressions, arranged in rows and columns and often enclosed in brackets, an enclosure within which something originates or develops.
Examples:
The matrix of Western civilization. Matrix multiplication. The matrix of numbers on the spreadsheet allowed the accountant to track the company's profits and losses easily.
Impoverished.
Reduced to poverty or destitution, lacking in resources, means, or vitality, depleted or exhausted.
Examples:
Impoverished nation. Impoverished family. The impoverished villagers struggled to make ends meet with little access to food and clean water.
Disconnect.
To unfasten or disjoin something, especially to break the connection between a supply of gas, water, or electricity and a piece of equipment.
Examples:
Disconnect a plug. Disconnect the water supply. She finally decided to disconnect herself from the company.
Dead end.
A street or path that has no exit or outlet, a situation or circumstance that has no remaining options or potential for progress or success.
Examples:
Dead-end situation. Dead-end street. His career was at a dead end with no opportunities for growth.
Scarcely.
Hardly or almost not, only just.
Examples:
Scarcely readable. Scarcely any interest in public. We scarcely ever used AEDs.
Console.
To provide emotional support or encouragement to someone. Noun, a type of table that is meant to be displayed against a wall. A control panel or unit that houses the controls for a particular piece of equipment.
Examples:
Console her for the loss of her son. Console the spirits of the victims. She consoled her crying friend with words of encouragement.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
A military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Methamphetamine.
Commonly known as meth or crystal meth, a powerful and highly addictive stimulant drug that affects the central nervous system.
Examples:
Methamphetamine addiction. Fatal methamphetamine overdose. The use of methamphetamine has been linked to several mental health disorders.
Criminal.
A person who has committed a crime.
Examples:
Wanted criminal. Criminal investigation. The police are searching for the criminal who stole the jewels.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Slavery.
The practice or system of owning, buying, and selling people as property and forcing them to work.
Examples:
Slavery labor. Institution of slavery. The abolition of slavery in the United States was a major achievement in the fight for human rights.
Depression.
A mental condition in which a person feels very unhappy and without hope for the future, a severe recession in an economy or market.
Examples:
The Great Depression. The root problem of her depression. Depression symptoms might include a decrease in appetite and weight loss.
Defeat.
To win against somebody in a fight, war, or attempt.
Examples:
Defeat a global power. Defeat body odor. Despite his best efforts, he was unable to defeat the enemy.
Fascist.
Relating to or supporting fascism, which is a political ideology that emphasizes authoritarian government, nationalism, and suppression of political opposition and individual liberties.
Examples:
Fascist propaganda. Fascist policies. The regime was accused of being fascist for their oppressive tactics.
Moral.
Concerned with the principles of what is right and wrong, fairness, honesty, etc.
Examples:
Moral hazard. Moral burden. Ethics deals with moral conduct.
Acquaint.
To cause someone to become aware of or familiar with someone or something.
Examples:
Acquaint himself with a subject. Acquaint me with business. I recently acquainted myself with a new coworker by introducing myself and chatting with her for a few minutes.
Tweet.
A short, high sound made by a small bird, a message sent using Twitter, the social media application.
Examples:
A chick's tweet. His latest tweets. We could hear the tweet of baby birds.
Slick.
Smoothly polished and shiny, cleverly and smoothly done, well organized and efficient.
Examples:
A slick operation. Slick design. The politician gave a slick speech, but it was full of empty promises.
App.
Abbreviation for application, software designed to run on smartphones and other mobile devices or inside a web browser on a PC.
Examples:
Killer app. Cannot log into the app. The discovery of a critical bug caused the company to delay the app's release.
Roast.
To cook food by surrounding it with hot, dry air, especially in an oven.
Examples:
Roast coffee beans. Roast beef. The chef roasted the chicken to perfection in the oven.
Flourish.
To grow or develop vigorously or successfully.
Examples:
Flourish economically. Flourish worldwide. The Ottoman Empire flourished for over 5 centuries.
Wilt.
To become limp and drooping, often as a result of heat, lack of water, or disease. To lose strength, vitality, or energy. To fade or wither away.
Examples:
Wilt in the heat of the day. Wilt after several setbacks. The young athlete's spirit started to wilt after losing multiple competitions.
Immerse.
To become fully involved in a particular activity, to dip or submerge in a liquid, especially so that they or it are entirely covered.
Examples:
Immerse the cloth in the dye. Completely immerse the ingredient. He immersed himself in his research.
Witness.
A person who sees something happen, especially a crime or an accident.
Examples:
Witness of the car accident. A material witness. The manufacturing industry is witnessing fierce competition.
Sorrow.
A feeling of deep sadness, grief, or regret, especially for something lost or ending.
Examples:
Deep sorrow. Sorrow for sin. The death of her best friend filled her with sorrow.
Invention.
The creation of a new device or process resulting from study and experimentation, the act of inventing.
Examples:
The invention of new techniques. Common invention. Necessity is the mother of invention.
Bureau.
An office or agency that specializes in a particular type of work, often related to collecting or compiling data or information.
Examples:
Bureau of Statistics. Travel Bureau. I went to the Bureau of Motor Vehicles to renew my driver's license.
Midst.
The middle part of people or things.
Examples:
In the midst of the crowd. In the midst of a scandal. He remained serene in the midst of turbulence.
Finance.
The management of money, credit, banking, and investments, especially by a government or commercial organization, the branch of economics that studies the management of money and other assets.
Examples:
Finance Act. Manage my finances. Our company decided to hire an advisor who specializes in finance.
Stethoscope.
A medical instrument consisting of a flexible tube with a chest piece at one end, used by healthcare professionals to listen to internal sounds, particularly heart and lung sounds.
Examples:
Medical stethoscope. Electronic stethoscope. The stethoscope examination helped the doctor detect the irregular heartbeat of the patient.
Stride.
To walk with long steps in a particular direction, noun, an important and positive progress.
Examples:
Stride across a room. Stride down a slope. She strides confidently across the stage to accept her award.
Plow.
A farming implement used for breaking up and turning over the soil, especially before planting. Verb, to turn over and break up the soil in preparation for planting crops.
Examples:
Plow equipment. Deeply plow the soil. The farmer tied the yoke oxen to the plow.
Forge.
To fashion or shape metal by heating it and hammering it into shape, to create or develop something new or original, to form strong bonds or relationships with others.
Examples:
Forge an alliance. Forge iron. She had to forge her father's signature on the permission slip because he was out of town.
Dare.
To have the courage to do something.
Examples:
Dare not go. Dare to take risks. I wouldn't dare to speak to him like that.
Weave.
To make cloth, a carpet, a basket, etc., by repeatedly crossing a single thread through two sets of long threads at a right angle to them.
Examples:
Weave on a loom. Weave a story. The girl weaves a garland for her friend.
Renew.
To begin or resume something again after an interruption.
Examples:
Renew a contract. Renew its corporate image. I have to renew my passport by the middle of September.